Minnesota, because this thing is
the Minnesota Department of Human Services.
You okay? And tell me why that is for our audience. Why is that going to scale this thing up? Or why is that the beating heart of the problem?
So what happens is when we're talking about child care centers, we're talking about CCAP money as the main bundle of gold, and that's child care assistance payments. Well, that is partly state money and partly federal money, and it's done through Medicaid. Same with the transportation companies, same with all of it. So that money flows through the state of Minnesota. It also comes from the counties and the cities, but the bulk of it comes from the state of Minnesota. And the checks are written by the Department of Human Services for all of this fraud. And they got to stop writing checks. I mean, Steve, we're around these transportation companies. One's a liquor store, one's a wire service, one's an abandoned building. I mean, they don't exist. I mean, it's just they're sending out checks to these phantom companies, and these Somalis are laughing and going, these guys are idiots. That's why they set up shop in Minneapolis back in 1988, and they tested all these programs to see what in the world they could get away with. And they said, these people are idiots. So they expanded this program out, and then they sent them where? To Columbus, Ohio. So when you look outside Somalia, the largest Somali population in the world is in Minneapolis, Minnesota. The second most is in Columbus, Ohio.
The progressive left as Walls and these guys in Fry, who are two embarrassments. They understand the whole scam is built on this. To get illegal aliens in here, these people under these phony asylum or refugee programs, these totally phony programs, and they get them into the system with some startup cash with the NGOs of source and these guys in care. But then the taxpayers, both at the state level and the federal level, pick it up, and then they get more illegals, they get more votes, more foreigners, more third world types for the votes. It's the business model. What you've gone in, you've punctured the financial part of the business model, have you not, sir?
I have. So again, I spent a lot of time, so almost 8 years, putting this all together, and I have a very good idea of how everything is working. The one wild card that I can't quite figure out is that the Somalis have set up a number of long-haul trucking companies here in Minneapolis. And I'm not really sure what this is all about, but I have a pretty good idea. You know, if you buy a luxury vehicle here and you ship it to LA or New York and you put it on a boat and you send it to Kenya, you can get 3 or 4 times what you paid for it here over there. And Steve, you can see that Lamborghini was going to open a dealership in Minneapolis on 394, and they were going to target the Somali community. Why? Because the Somalis pay cash. They won't pay interest.
Have cash.
Right. But
hang over a second.
If the car's worth $300,000, you can sell it for $350,000.